It actually passed. The Florida legislature met this week specifically to try and pass some kind of reform on property taxes here in the state of Florida. If you follow along my videos, I've talked about this a lot. Governor DeSantis has been trying to eliminate it entirely. However, there was a lot of pushback in the state. How do you cover local governments, schools, funding like that? Well, it did pass. We have a bill. Now it's going to go to voters in November, which they will vote. 60% of the voters will have to pass this in order for it to become law. The main points of the bills particularly point to a severe reduction of property taxes for homestead properties. Now, it's going to be a rollout over the next couple of years. It's typically been about $50,000 for this deduction. It is going to go up to $150,000 in 2027, and it looks like it will go up to $250,000 in 2028. What that means is that majority of the places, let's say in rural areas and stuff like that, where the valuation of the property may not be much more than $250,000, well, this might end up being some kind of complete elimination of your property taxes. However, for most of the state, it will be just a reduction. Now, one thing that they did put in the bill, the reason why it went through both House and Senate, is because they put in protections specifically for public school funding. And that was a very big deal. That was a sticking point. One last thing that I thought was kind of interesting with the bill is it does include specific wording to allow for a Florida legislator to expand the exemption later years. So my guess is that was the compromise that DeSantis did with a Florida legislator to make it go through because he didn't get his full elimination of property taxes. This basically opens the door that years after he is done with being the governor here in the state of Florida, that it can get done. We'll see how this goes. Obviously, now it's going to go out to the voters in November. My money is on it passing because there are a lot of people here in the state of Florida who are hurting, and this will definitely help them in the long run.